And our topic today is real creator problems and how to fix them. And let me tell you what's coming. All right. We're going to go through three of them. The first two are kind of like cousins, Twin Peaks, and everybody knows about those. We're going to provide solutions. We're going to talk the third one about something that a lot of people don't even know they have, but it holds them back almost more than any other. And I'm going to offer you some solutions and a tool for that. And then I want to hear from y'all. What do you see as creator problems that you run into that you'd like to get fixed? Uh, and I'll say some more about that in a little bit. But first, we've got to call out and give credit to the opening sponsor today. And we are sponsored today. How Your Profit Show is brought to you by Procrastinate. Procrastinate, the energy drink that gives you 3 hours of focus, but only after you've cleaned the fridge, rewritten your about page, and scrolled Substack 19 times. Okay? Their slogan is procrastinate. You'll get there eventually. So let's dive into those creator challenges. Number one, perfectionism. All right. Um, some people have turned this into an art, and it's really kind of a painful art. It goes like this: my work's not ready, it's not polished enough, it's not deep enough, it's not viral enough. So you rewrite and tweak again, and perfectionism becomes a prison, and you become invisible because your stuff's not out there. All right, and it also winds up, I step on toes here, but you also wind up selfish, because I believe perfectionism is being selfish, because you're depriving the world when you get caught in perfectionism. You're depriving the world and your solution. So part of the solution is ship the B minus version. Okay, start without it being perfect. You can always make it better. I do that with all my stuff. I find ways to improve it, right? The thing about it, perfection kills momentum, right? Great work doesn't come from obsessing. It comes from releasing, from launching it. And I'm not saying release and publish and sell junk. I'm saying that your good enough version that's out live online is better than somebody's not quite yet perfect. I make one more tweak that turns into 100 tweaks product still hiding in their computer. Okay. So that's perfectionism and how you solve it. The next, if you want to cut it down to 4 words for us creators: start ugly, publish often. Start ugly, publish often. So creator challenge number two, the twin peak of perfectionism, the cousin, very closely related cousin of perfectionism, is procrastination. Just like we talked about in the fake sponsor, procrastinate, right? And so, for those of you that are just joining us, we're going through a series of creative challenges, giving you solutions, and then I'm going to want to hear what your creator challenges are. Don't put them in yet. In a little bit, hey Phil, I'll uh, I'll ask you for those, and I'll write them down because we're going to come up with solutions. Okay. Procrastination. You'll start once you feel inspired, once I get it motivated, or once you finish that one course or answer that one email or do literally anything else. Okay. You're not really lazy. You're just overwhelmed. Your brain has hit snooze. Okay. So the solution, make it small. Okay. What happens when we procrastinate is we take simple things and make them hard, and things that will take a little bit of time and make them in our minds, we're going to take forever. And then we finally do them and go, was it, can it be that easy? Okay. So, solution, make it small and set a 15-minute timer and start doing. Okay. A lot of times your brain goes, oh, I only got to do it for 15 minutes. Okay, cool. And then you're into it and you keep doing it. Okay. Action creates clarity, folks. Clarity fuels momentum. Now, you're going to get to practice this solution before your head hits the pillow tonight. Okay. Because we all get tempted to procrastinate many, many times a day. Okay. Later on today and for the rest of your life, when you're tempted to procrastinate, here's what I want you to do. When you're tempted to procrastinate, I want you to put it off. That's right. Put off procrastination. Procrastinate about procrastinating and do it now. If nothing else, it'll make you laugh, loosen up the brain cells, and get you going. Okay. Um, so, whoops, there we go. All right. So, number one was perfectionism. Number two is procrastination. And all of this is being recorded. The video will drop on Saturday morning at 7:07. So you'll get to see this again. Okay. Now, this third one is sort of the hiding in plain sight. Everybody does it. I just didn't know there was a name for it. Okay. And I call it digital dust. You find an article or a note, and you go, that does, I'm going to do that. And you save it. Okay. Might be a podcast, might be a video, or you leave the tab open, right? And you feel like you've done something and then you don't do anything with it. Okay. 3,000 bookmarks, zero implementation. Okay. It's not that you're unmotivated, you're just unstructured. Okay. You wind up like a lot of us do. I've got two screens here in front of me. And some days I'll end up with, 17 tabs open on each one, of things I'm going to read or I'm going to take action on. Right. And pretty soon you wind up, you ever feel like your brain is like your computer screen? There's 17 tabs open. You know, three of them are frozen and you don't know where the music is coming from. That's what we do. And then we go on these little tears where we're going to like clean up our screens and we delete things we haven't read. We're going to do wonderful things with, right? Okay. So the thing to do, the first mindset shift is to stop hoarding and start processing. Maybe I'll start calling it that. Content hoarding. I like that. We'll do a show about it. Content hoarders, right? Um, so you want to have a system that asks, how can I apply this now? Right? So what I've got for you, what I've created for you is something called the Instant Profit Planner. And here's all you do. You find an article, you find a note, you find a blog post. It can be yours. More often, it's going to be someone else's that just hits you. And you go, I want to do this, but how? Or I'll save it and get to it, but I don't know what I'm going to do when I get there. Okay. With the Instant Profit Planner, all you do, okay, you'll get in there, you put in the password, you'll drop in the content that you want help with implementing. You'll drop in your name, your niche, your website. Okay, you'll hit a button, and less than 60 seconds later, you'll have a full map, a step-by-step plan with the 30-day outcome, 24-hour things to do, the timelines, the step-by-step process, everything you need to take it from idea to profit, which is why it's called the Instant Profit Planner. And it's all done in 60 seconds or less. And you can use that on as many things as you want. And it doesn't stop there. You get that out, and then it gives you the next thing to do and asks you questions about it. We launched this a week ago today. Um, People are going nuts about it. The people that get involved, for the monthly fee, have been emailing me this week and go, "Wait a minute, can I still do the yearly? This is great, and I want to save some money." Sure. Okay. The link you want is jeffherring.com/action. jeffherring.com/action, ACTION. If somebody wants to type that in there for me, and be a non-paid associate, I'd appreciate that. jeffherring.com/action. There's 3 choices there. You can get it for a month. Okay. Password changes every 30 days. Uh, or you can get it for the same amount, uh, for the monthly for a year. Or the best deal is to get it for a year. Okay. And you get 15 months for the price of 10. Instead of paying $37 a month, you're effectively paying less than 25. You get a, a, a one-on-one session with me where I create from your work your evergreen profit system. Okay. And again, you get 15 months for the price of only 10. Okay. jeffherring.com/action. Go there now. And while you're on the way there, I want to ask you something. All right. What are your creator challenges? Where do you get stuck? Pop them here in the chat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and solve them for you. And the ones we can just give you a solution, we'll do that. The ones we can turn into one of these generators, like the Instant Profit Planner generator, we'll do that for you so that you can just open it up, put in the problem, and it solves it for you and tells you what to do out of all of these different things. Okay. Somebody's asking, what about imposter syndrome? Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Thank you for that. Imposter syndrome. Here's another one. What do I create first? What do I create next? Another one I see often is, okay, I've created something, I've sold it. Now what do I do? And what you do is you keep selling it, you keep making it available, and then you lead into the next piece, the what's next. Hey, Tamara, I get stuck in always creating. Oh, yeah, I know that one. Okay. Here's what I want you to picture. And this one I'm going to build a generator around. What I want you to picture is a clock. My first father-in-law sat me down one day in his office and drew this out for me, and it changed my world. Okay. Because I'm like you, I can create and create and create and 800 ideas. I've run into a new problem though. Okay. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock, with an idea. Boom. And I go to put it in Chat GPT on my phone to save it, right? And then it spits out great ways to solve it. And I'll go, give me more and give me more. What about, do this? And then, 3 hours later, I've slept 3 hours that night. It's time to get up and I've created a whole nother business. Okay. That's an exacerbated way of what you're talking about, Tamara. What I'll do is create a way to get past that. And it's based on what I call the profit clock. Okay. Here's what the profit clock is. Picture a clock, 12 o'clock. Um, and you start there, you get the idea. And it's so much fun, right? To have that idea. And then you get excited about it and all the things you can do, like I do at 3 in the morning. And you find yourself coming around to 6 o'clock and you're super excited. And somehow you stop there and you get another idea and come around to 12 o'clock and then run that excitement process again. Stop at 6 o'clock, a new idea, and you wonder why you're not making any money. Well, you know what? There's a whole nother side to a clock, right? There's a whole nother side to the profit clock. And 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock is important because 12 o'clock is money in the bank or strike dings or however you get it in. Okay. Cancel check if some of you still do that. Or like I have for some of my larger programs, it's wired to me. Or if they're local people, they pay cash. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to do this, folks. Um, the first step from 6 to 7 is, okay, what's step one? And then the rest of it is step two, step 3A. Um, Finish it, launch it, etc. It gets you up to the top of the clock again, which is profit. Okay. Another one that came in is How do I know if something's ready to release it? Is this good enough? All right. Great question. All right. And this is why I'm so big with your products. Solve one problem. How many, folks? One. Uno. One problem. Why? Because as creators, we want to tell people everything. You can do this and you can do that. And blah, 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 blah. And next thing you know, you've given them everything, right? A great example of that. The first time I spoke at a public seminar on what I do in internet marketing. Okay. Now I'd been speaking for years. I love it. Okay. But I'm getting introduced and I'm like, what have I done? Why didn't I just stay in all these hundreds of teleseminars? What the heck? Well, I'd had some training in how to present in public. And I'll tell you the outcome in just a minute. Okay. Um, Another guy, great guy, knowledgeable guy, smart guy, likable guy, got up and it was his first time speaking. And he hadn't had any training. And he did his thing, gave away everything. And how many sales do you think he made? Zero. Right. Now, going back to my talk, which was before his, um, that was my introduction to doing live talks because I did 5 figures that day because I'd had training on how to do this, how to give really great stuff, solve a problem, and then talk about what's next. So to answer your question, you solve one problem, and as soon as you've solved it, and I'm not talking about, the be all and end all solution ever, you've solved it. You've given them the information to solve that one little problem. That's when you put it out there. Okay. And that what you do next is you ask the question, okay, what would people need next? And then you create that. Or you ask the people that bought that first solution, what would you want next? Okay. And that's how you do that. Okay. So I'm thinking in some of these getting stuck. Um, what do I create next? Uh could be good generators. Okay. So thank you for that. Um, Tammy calls it creation at the speed of thought. You're right, because it feels that way. It feels like you've done something. Okay. And why isn't that done something in my bank account? Well, you haven't done the whole profit clock. Maybe we'll call that the profit clock generator. Sounds more like a tagline than a title, but we'll play with it. All right. So thank you for your suggestions about problems to solve. Okay. Again, I really want you to go try out Instant Profit Planner. Okay. It's so simple. You copy and paste. Thank you, Mary, for saying that. It's very helpful. Glad you're here. That's what we try to do here. All you do with Instant Profit Planner is you find a piece of content you want to take action on. You copy and paste it. It can be someone else's, it could be yours. Okay. Give it your name, your niche, and a website or a Substack. Um, and and then you press a button, and 60 seconds later, what do you got? You've got a 30-day goal. You've got a 24-hour quick wins. You've got like 10 steps to get the outcome. You've got milestones. You've got things that could go wrong and how to fix them. You've got the plan, folks. And Tammy, great segue. Thank you for that. She's asking, where can I find Instant Profit Planner? Well, Tammy and everyone else, here's where you go. jeffherring.com/action. jeffherring.com/action. 3 ways to get started. I'll have something special for everybody that comes in through this live and the replay. So, as always, go get this stuff at jeffherring.com/action. Now, I'm going to wrap up with our closing fake sponsor, right? And this one is called Tabocalypse. Tabocalypse, the productivity tool that auto closes all 89 of your open tabs and forces you to confront your creative destiny. Tabocalypse. It's you versus the digital clutter. May the focused one win. These are fun, and I hope they make you laugh. And oh, today I didn't. Well, you could go to tabocalypse.com, or you could go to procrastinate.com. They're not real websites that I know of, but I could give them out. And what happens is some people don't get that I'm joking around. Thank you for all the hearts. And then they go look up these things and go, it's not there. Well, I just made it up today. Okay. So, uh, signing off here. Three things. Thing one, thank you for being here. Whole lot of places you could have been online nowadays. You chose to be with us, and thank you for that. Always welcome and honored. Always appreciative. Number two, go get this stuff at jeffherring.com/action. You will get your instant profit planner and fall in love with it. And number three, go use this stuff because it flat out works, and we will catch you next time. Wait. I want to drop a little info about what's happening with the How You Profit show. And we started out doing having guests and flipping their content every week. Here's what we're going into. Okay. Week 1 of each month will be a new generator. And we'll talk about that, demonstrate it, and you'll go get it. Week 2, we'll talk about something that applies to it, like we've done here today. Week 3, we'll have a guest on, like we did recently with Melody and others. And we'll take their content and we'll build an evergreen profit system for them. And then week 4, we'll talk about the progress of that and go further with it. Okay. So that's the new schedule coming soon. And like I said, go get this stuff, jeffherring.com/action. Go use this stuff because as you've discovered, it flat out works. And we will catch you next time.